Okay, Geoff, you must be pleased about that 4-2 win. How did it go?
It went to plan. We've played, I don't know how many times we've played North West London before, but we pretty much know how they play and vice versa, so it's always a chess game. And the team we set out was a team that we thought was going to play with intensity, put pressure on them, because they want to try and play and force mistakes. And as I said, with the new players obviously coming in, and because this team hasn't played before, it's a great performance from back to front. So many man of the match performances, we couldn't tell. So it just puts us again in good stead competition, because as a few players out, you'd think obviously you'd say we'll push for first team, but it's going to be hard to change the squad for next week. If everyone's available, we're really hard, but that's what we want. We want competition for places and everyone pushing and doing exactly what we asked for when we come. So it's just a shame, obviously, the fans were here to see such a performance.
Yeah. So it was 1-1 at half time, but completely different game in the second half. We really took it to them, didn't we?
Yes, I thought we could still press a bit higher. I mean, the idea was to high press, but I think even in the second half, I thought we could even do it a bit more, and then we can, once we play it a bit more quicker in midfield, get it out to the wide guys, let them do their stuff. Aaron coming on changed it for us again, a focal point up top, so it's good to have him back. And Josh, with 2 quality finishes, which we know which is capable of. So, as I said, a lot of great performances today. Can't really pick out one, but obviously we will do. But yeah, we're on going to next week, because we needed to win today. If we're going to have any designs of winning this tournament, we needed to win today. So under the pressure, the guys put in performance in that. I can't complain.
So it was a less experienced side with a few players out injured and unavailable, but the youngsters really stepped up, didn't they?
Yeah, it's, as the gaffer said, it's going to be hard when you look at the team for next week, who's available, to pick a team, which is brilliant for me and Geoff and the other managers. We want competition in all places, and the guys, before the game, we told them to express themselves, to obviously have a better performance than last week. Last week was disappointing because the tempo was slow, and we weren't the Clapton that we know and love, and this week they were. And I say a few players played in a few different positions. Jake dropped in, return of Steph at the back, but it was very hard to look at man of the match this week, which is fantastic for us. But now all the lads coming through who were 16, 17 when they joined us, are now developing, and they're pushing a lot of players, which is fantastic for us. So the future looks good for the club for sure.
And fitness-wise, probably improving as well with a couple of games under the belt.
Definitely. There was less hands-on hips and bending over today.
We got them in on Thursday, didn't we?
Yeah. So we've started training again now. So we got them working out. But no, to the final whistle, a couple of silly little bits at the end. But to the final whistle, the guys were strong, and we only had 4 subs today. The gaffer didn't even get on, so he was ready. So no, we trusted the lads on the pitch, didn't we? And bit by bit, we're getting better and better. And was it 3 more games or no?
Yeah, so 3 more. Yes, that's correct. I think 3 more. So we're looking to win all of them. I think the next year are in the stadium, so it's a different dynamic, a bit more what we're used to. But we just want to win games really, and it gives us also a little bit of a chance to implement a few new things, new ideas, new positions with players, because we're using this and pre-season to kind of refine the squad. To know what we have, and plan A, plan B, plan C throughout the seasons, when the pitches get heavier, and we've got to change it up a bit. So I'm more than impressed with the squad today. So onwards and upwards to next week. And
obviously it was a really impressive attacking performance, but Jack also saved a few one-on-ones. Could have been a bit tricky at 4-3 if he'd not saved that.
Yes, a bit sloppy. So again, when we talk about game management, knowing to kind of play it forward and keep the ball 5-10 yards, we always kind of do that at training, so we can always improve on that. But I think it would have been a travesty if we didn't win today. I thought it was well deserved. And Jack, the thing with Jack is that his levels are so high, you kind of expect it of him, don't you? When players go through, you kind of fancy Jack, and that's a testament to obviously him being the captain, being so consistent, and just being the leader from the back.
Great.